Okay, friends, that's where we're having lunch. Alright, friends, so that's where we're having lunch at the Bird in Hand Bakery Cafe with ice cream shop. Alright. Alright, so this is where we're going to have some lunch. Okay, friends, so today we are at Bird in Hand, Pennsylvania. This is one of their little maps. This tells the town history. And we are starting up here at number 2, which is where we're at right now. And that is the log cabin quilt shop. And then what we hope to do is just walk down this street here and catch as many of the sites on that side, and then come back up here to where we're parked, and we're parked right in there. So that's going to be our walk for this, part of our walk for today. And then we're going to go down to Intercourse and do the same thing. But right now, we are at Bird in Hand. Okay, friends, so we are at the log cabin quilt shop here. Quilt shop, fabric, handmade gifts, crafts, and quilts. Beautiful quilt. Sometimes they hang their quilts outside to attract buyers. It's really pretty. All right, we're going to go in and take a look. We met the artist who does those on our last trip. Did you find your apron? Did you find your apron? Not sure.
I'm debating. I need something to go over when I'm cooking. But I kind of like get this. Kim. Because it's simple enough. Like it goes over and ties.
Yeah.
I don't like the ones that tie at the top.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little harder, but it's not heavy.
Yeah, that's really cute.
Yeah, so I just need something when I'm cooking to.
Did you see these figurines over here? Remember the last time we met the artist who did these? I even have a picture of me with her.
Is that them?
Uh-huh.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I saw those, but I wasn't sure.
I like that one. That's really pretty.
Yeah, and it looks like a quilt.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna get this one.
that one's really pretty. I like it. So it's a good walk down to the log cabin quilt shop.
I want to see though if they have any of the hot tops.
Now here's some. I don't know if they're scented. Yeah, Jody, here are the spice mats.
Oh, yay.
Yep.
I should get one to match mine. Hey. Who knows? Maybe down the road I can put like snap on there or something.
Yeah. Got everything in this store. Look at these quilts. Gosh, I wish I had money. I would be buying some quilts. These are beautiful. Oh, that puzzle. Look at that puzzle. I love puzzles. Oh, look at that puzzle.
You want a check done or? I will, yeah. Okay. I'll be your address. It says 12:30.
Oh, look at the pillows. No, those are quilts. Quillos. Oh. Quillos. A quillo looks like a pillow, but you can pull it out into a blanket. Great for traveling, camping, or on the couch while watching TV. That's really cool. All right, friends, we're leaving the log cabin quilt shop and we're headed on down the road. Okay, so there's the Bird in Hand post office. Really cool old-fashioned building sitting next to it. All right, we're gonna go on down and explore more of this main street. Oh yeah, I don't know. There are two brothers that discovered this plant and gave it its name.
Pretty hot.
Yeah, they are. All right, so this is the Bird in Hand Village Inn and Suites. Isn't that pretty? All right, and then there's the old village store, established 1890. They're closed today. We're here on a Monday, and a lot of things are closed on Monday because, of course, after a busy weekend, they need a day off. So they do their businesses on the weekends, and they close a lot on Mondays. But there's still a few shops open. So don't hesitate to come on Monday. Just realize that not everything will be open. So, all right. All right, so moving on down. Village shops. Another one that's closed today. One thing about it, there are some shops open, but with like 50% of them being closed, it's not as busy. So that makes it nice. All right, so then we're down to the speckled sheep. They have corn growing out behind them. Did you find anything? Oh, here's the bird in hand village map with a little bit of bird poop on it. What do you expect from a town bird in hand? Anyway, I think we are in here. Yeah, we're in here because this is where we had lunch. Tables where you can eat outside. They have gift shop, bakery, and everything downstairs. And then upstairs they have where you can sit and eat. And this is where we had our lunch. Okay. Oh look, a village petting zoo. Oh, look at this turkey, Jody. Yeah. Oh, look at him. Hello, Mr. Gobbler. You better run and hide. It's almost time for Thanksgiving. We wouldn't eat you. We would not eat you. Oh, look at the little goats.
Look at the baby goats.
I know, aren't they adorable?
Come here, sweetie.
Hi, sweetie. Oh, look at that little baby down there. Hi there. Yeah, you're
I
cute.
don't got nothing to give you. I don't got nothing to give you. No. You'd chew on my finger. Vicky thought it was a bottle. Or she.
Oh, we can feed them too.
Oh, there you go.
That's what I'll do. All right, so Jody and I are going to feed the little goats. Look.
Oh,
yes, there you go.
I'm sorry, baby.
Here, let's get it down here where you can get to it better. There you go. Is that good, huh? Yeah. He's a cutie pie. I know. I like the turkey.
Would the little one eat this?
He should. Yeah, I'll get you feeding him. If the big billy goat Gruff doesn't take over. Alright, now move on down the road. Okay, so this old farmhouse has a barn behind it. Alright, and this over here is the Bird in Hand event field. It's just an open field for events, but I want to show you this really cool barn down here. It's in the postcards. So some of the postcards you'll see, they will have this barn featured. And I even bought a couple of the postcards. So let's go down and see the barn. That's a pretty home sitting right here on the highway. It's really pretty though. Alright, so that is the barn that's in my postcards. I'll try to put a picture of the postcards. It's just so beautiful. Oh, I just love that barn. I would love to see inside that barn. Our barn is not that big. Okay, so then this barn kind of ends the tourist part of it, and then as you can see, you run into the business part of it. We have a little bit more tourists on the other side of the road, but I need to get back down the road just a little bit first. Friends, so that's where we had lunch, over there on that side, and I just crossed the street. And we're in now what's called Bird in Hand Farmers Market that has these little stores in it. And right now we're going to go into the Creative Home Shop, and it is on the map. So. Right, so Jody found her scented mat, and it's got little bridges and churches. I like it.
And it matches my cozy.
Yeah.
And it smells like cinnamon.
I like this one. Love grows best in farmhouses like this. It's pretty. Chicken. But I like this one the best.
I think that lady on Etsy does it.
The best things in life are not things.
Yep.
Yep.
You see the sisters one?
Yeah, you and I are sisters. Always remember that if you fall, I will always be there to pick you up after I am done laughing. Yeah, who does that sound like?
Flight 91.
Yep. Yes, exactly. Flight 91, I'm calling it.
Not in granite.
Alright, so Jody and I came out of there with 2 aprons and 2 scented pot holders, one for each of us. Pretty good haul from there. Alright, and now we're headed on down the road.
I think so, unless you wanted to go to that village country.
Alright, so we just finished there. That is on the map. That's the Creative Home Shop. And then over here you have the Village Country Crafts. And then right here is the big Bird in Hand Farmers Market. And they sell like food, pre-made food, you know, like sandwiches and stuff. And then they also sell food. So we don't need any food, and we've already had lunch. So we're going to go ahead and move on down the road to Intercourse, Pennsylvania.
She's talking about that place where we ate before.
What's it called again?
Plain and Fancy.
Plain and Fancy. Yeah. Okay, so we're leaving Bird in Hand and we're headed down the road for a little place called Plain and Fancy. They have some buggy rides there. I just want to get a picture or two of. And then we're going to head on down to Intercourse, Pennsylvania. And Intercourse is probably, what, about maybe 3 miles. It's not very far. So, alright, so I'll meet you on down the road. Look, it's a buggy place where they sell buggies. That's kind of cool. Yes, the last time we ate here, it was called Plain and Fancy. See, it even has it right there, Plain and Fancy. But they've since changed it to a smokehouse barbecue restaurant. So we're not super happy about that.
Not happy. These 2 red cones. I think that's just dirt.
This is the kind of buggy that they give the buggy rides in so that they can seat more people. Alright, so this used to be Plain and Fancy, and we ate here the last time. Now it's a, well, it still has plain and fancy on there, but it's also a smokehouse, so. Not sure. All right. Amish Country Homestead. The Amish Experience, Amish Country Homestead. The first replica old order Amish home from which interpretive tours were conducted depicts the home life of a present-day Amish family. Together with the Amish Experience Theater and Amish Country Farmlands tours, the homestead represents our best efforts at explaining the rich cultural heritage and traditions of both past and present of our Amish neighbors.
Hello, family and friends and fellow YouTubers. It's Kim here from Kim's Country Corner, and today we are in Lancaster County. We are in Murdenham, in Intercourse, and we are going to explore Amish country. So come on along and join the fun.
Excuse me.
Well, we might do that.
All right, and then over here on this side they have a barn for the horses, and it says please follow pathway to Aaron and Jessica's buggy rides. So we'll go up there and take a look. So here's where the buggy rides are at. Go through there. So they do give buggy rides here. They're getting ready to take one group out already. So the last time I was here, my sister took me on one of the buggy rides for fun. She surprised me with a buggy ride, and we had the most awesome time. So it was really cool. And of course, this is how the Amish get around, is with horse and buggy. They do not use automobiles at all. Welcome to Intercourse, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Okay, friends, I am at Intercourse, Pennsylvania in Lancaster County. One of my favorite movies was made in this town, or about this town. It had Tim Allen and Kirstie Alley. I'll put it in the description below, but one of my favorite movies was made here, so that's one reason I like to get the picture of the sign. All right, we're gonna explore Intercourse. I missed that sign, didn't I? It's okay, I should have been talking.
Turn right at Pennsylvania 772 West, then turn left.
Is it holy voice? There, the old country store. That's what it was. Yeah.
But I had to turn like that because it's the only way I knew where to.
Turn left, then turn right.
All right, so now we are in the village of Intercourse, and this is a map. It's a little bit bigger than Bird in Hand, so I don't know that I'll get to all of these places, but there's a map of it. How the village of Intercourse got its name. How the village of Intercourse got its name. Visitors and local residents alike speculate about how the name Intercourse was chosen for this village. Three theories are commonly discussed, but none of the explanations can be proven. One possibility relates to an old racetrack which was once located east of the village. The entrance to the course was positioned at the eastern end of town, and it was referred to as Intercourse. Okay, E-N-T-E-R. Some believe that this term gradually changed to Intercourse. The second theory regards the roads that cross in the village. The old King's Highway, now the old Philadelphia Pike, ran through the town from east to west. The Newport Road, connecting to Newport, Delaware, ran southeasterly through the village and crossed Old Philadelphia Pike in front of the Cross Keys Tavern, now 351 Old Philadelphia Pike. Some say the intersection or intercourse of the two roads led to the village's name. The third idea comes from the writing dating to the early days of the town. The word intercourse was commonly used to refer to casual social interaction and friendship, certainly a part of a rural village like this one. Whether any of these theories are true or not, the name Intercourse was adopted in 1814 and has been used ever since. That's kind of cool. A short story of the village of Intercourse. This village was originally known as Cross Keys. Its first structure, built at the intersection of the two main roads passing through the area, was the Cross Keys Tavern. In 1814, the name Intercourse was adopted when George Brunard attempted to expand the village, which had grown to include 5 buildings. All right, and then it just keeps telling a little bit more, but I'm going to stop there. So, the story of the Old Country Store. The first store in Intercourse was opened in 1833 at this location by Jacob Winger. 1 year later, Moses Eby took over the store, and eventually his son Jason joined him in the business. A fire in the fall of 1881 destroyed the store, but it quickly rebuilt, this time in brick. All right, and then it just continues telling how it went through the family. These plaques have some of the milestones of the village. That's so cool.
Hello, welcome.
Hi.
Thanks.
You're very welcome. Have a good afternoon.
You too.
Wow, this store has a little bit of everything.
Thank you.
Sure.
Alright, well, I am going to stop taping and take a look. Kitchen section. Preserves.
Do you know which one she is? No. Okay, sorry. Probably need it.
She is the one in like the light blue shirt here, short hair.
Preserves. Fabric store. Old Country Store has a little bit of everything in it. Oh, my mom used to make monkeys like that. Look, there's a boy sock monkey and a girl sock monkey. Aren't they cute? Oh, that's cool calendar. All right, I love that puzzle. That is so cool. Look at this one. Oh, that one's really cool too. I think I'm gonna buy a puzzle, guys. It's only 500 piece, but it would still be fun. Puzzles can be fun, no matter what size they are. Alright, look at this one. Fishing down by the stream. It's got your barn and your horse and buggy. Oh, that's cute. Oh, and that one's got a covered bridge. Oh, these are so cool. Alright, I'm going to have to look around some more. Okay, friends, so after going into the Old Country store here in Intercourse, Pennsylvania, I did walk out with my top puzzle. There were lots of puzzles in there that I really liked, but this one I think is my top, and it'll remind me of my trip. So, alright, there we go. See what's on down the road. Art gallery here. Smuckerville, the Treasure Place. Intercourse, Pennsylvania is spread out a little bit more, and a lot of their shops are newer, so it's still a really cool place to visit. But the Bird in the Hand kind of has more of the old-fashioned shops, I guess. All right, I think we're going to cross the road down here at the corner. All right, so here's a map. Says welcome to Kitchen Kettle Village. They have food, shops, and lodging here. We are right there. Here's all the things you can find. Here are all the things you can find in Kitchen Kettle Village. You see anything interesting, Jody?
Fudge.
Fudge, all right. Let's go get some fudge. Do they have pumpkin fudge?
I'm sure they do.
What else?
It's called paw prints. Gifts, treats, and supplies for dogs, cats, and their humans.
Well, Mia needs a souvenir.
She does. She's been so good.
She has, waiting for us. Waiting for her Aunt Kim. All right.
Figure out where we are.
Okay. All right, guys, here is Kitchen Kettle Village. Lancaster Yarn Shop. Okay, I think the village is down here. Yes.
Oh, is that what you do with them?
You can just buy, you can buy just about anything homemade in these stores. Look at those paintings. Aren't those beautiful? Oh my goodness. Oh, that would be my ideal place to live. That's where I want to live, is on a place like that. It's beautiful. I sort of live on a place like that now, but not quite that big of a house. That's beautiful. You are the sun to my flower and the rain to my roots. You are the wind to my sail and the light in my fire.
That's the best. Ricky was, no.
Oh, it came out the side door. That was kind of cool. Went in the front, came out the side. So yeah, so I went in the front there, and I came out the side over here. Planting Party Zone. That's what this place is called. The Planting Party Zone. Potting shed. Oh, I could get lost in this place. Homemade ice cream. Amish dolls. Wooden toys, make a friend workshop. Oh, how cool is that? It's like Build-A-Bear, except you build an Amish doll. That is so cool. All right. All right, somewhere around here is a dog and cat place. Ah, here we go, paw prints. That's what I'm looking for. Paw prints. I think Jody is hiding out in there somewhere, looking for a present for Mia. Ooh, that has some live music going on. Oh, the fudge shop. Pepper Lane fudge. Oh my goodness, Jody, look, chocolate peanut butter.
One coconut cluster, one cashew cluster.
Maple pecan.
Fudge is sold by the slice. They're about a half pound and close to $7.
So per slice around
About $7 per slice. Yes, ma'am.
Okay guys, can you tell I had a sweet attack? I have ice cream that I'm eating now. I bought kettle corn for later, only because the smell would not let me walk away without some. And then Jody and I ended up at the fudge shop, and since she bought one and I bought two, we ended up getting three. You buy three, you get the fourth one free. Yay. So what kind did you get, Fudge?
peanut butter.
Peanut butter. And I got chocolate and walnut, maple and pecans, and then for Jody and I got the peanut butter chocolate because Jody doesn't like nuts. So we're gonna enjoy our ice creams and call it a day. Mural on the side of that shop though, isn't that beautiful?